Hi, it's Jim Scott, and I want to, on this Memorial Day holiday weekend, tell you a story about my dad and a picture, and what a sweet trip I had. Here's his picture. His name is Jim, and this is a picture that was taken on Bastille Day, 1945, in Deauville, France. Remember the other day the president was in France? In Deauville. So that's my dad standing in front of this building about a year after D-Day, okay? So I had this picture, I've had this picture for the longest time, and I had an opportunity, I'd say around 2001 or so, to travel to that part of the world, and I visited Normandy, and then when I came home, somehow or other in my brain I thought, Deauville, I've seen that name before. I look at the picture, and on the back, in my dad's handwriting, it explains where he was, and I think, I was really close. Turned out in 2005 I had an opportunity to go again to that part of the world. I didn't visit Normandy. I hired a guy to drive me and my wife to Deauville, and I figured with this picture, with this distinctive kind of architecture, it'll be easy to find this building if it still exists. Well, I went into the town and they all look like this. So I went to an information center and I said, does this look familiar to you? And the guy said, yeah, it's right around the corner. And it was. And it turns out that there's this department store in Paris called Au Printemps, if I'm pronouncing it right, it means springtime. And this was like a local store in this little town. And so I found it. So here's a picture that when I just showed you of my dad in front of the store, okay? On Bastille Day 1945. This is a picture of me in July 2005, 60 years later, in the exact same spot. Isn't it amazing? And then down here, a friend of mine photoshopped it, and here I am with my arm around my dad on that spot. So it's a virtual picture. I never really was there, but now I've got this. Isn't that sweet? Wanted to share it with you. My dad died about 20 years ago. He didn't get killed in the war, but I sure think of him all the time. And when I heard Ann Compton talking about being in Deauville, I thought, I've been there too.